All right, session number 22 of the Kojima Productions Report. I am your host, Ryan Payton, and we are here with a very special edition of the Kojima Productions Report. This week, the Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel for PlayStation Portable was released in North America to really glowing reviews, very positive reviews, and we hope you can get your hands on all the copies that we've been sending out to retailers across the country. And what we've decided to do this week is, because we're heading to San Diego to meet with Ashley Wood to talk about upcoming projects, we thought this is a great opportunity to talk with him not only about our upcoming project, Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, MPO, for PlayStation Portable, but also Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel, and his work on the ongoing Sons of Liberty comic book series that's put out by IDW Publishing. So just moments from now, we're going to head to Seaport Village in San Diego and sit down with Ashley. I think we're going to do it in a park or somewhere near the ocean, and just have a good chat. And he's a funny guy, so let's just roll the interview and check out our conversation with Ashley Wood. So this is Ryan Payton here in San Diego with Mr. Okamoto, the producer of MPO, and artist Ashley Wood.
Hey there.
Hi.
Hey.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem.
It's good to see you again.
Yep. Third time now.
Third time, that's right.
3 cities.
First time was in Perth in Australia, and then we met at E3,
LA.
and now we're here in San Diego enjoying the wonderful weather that you've brought for us today.
Yeah, it's the May Grey.
The May Grey, is that what you guys call it? May
Well,
Grey.
they call it. Yeah, I'm not one of those guys yet.
You're not one of them yet.
No, I'm not one of them yet.
That's good. You still can hold on to your Australian roots, I guess.
That's it.
But yeah, you just recently moved here.
Yeah. Yep.
And how's it being back in the States?
That's great. You know, it's actually pretty similar to where I lived in Western Australia. So
It looks similar.
it is. It's actually, yeah. I guess it's, I like that. But I'm closer to my work and buds, and
Right.
there's more to do here.
We're kind of bummed to find out that you moved from Australia, because that was the
So
greatest
was my
excuse. But well, just to kind of touch on the kind of work that you've been doing for us lately. Of course, there's the digital graphic novel, which is being released this week in North America on PSP, and you provided the art for the comic book that came out last year as well. So you incorporated that art into the PSP title. And now you're working on the Sons of Liberty comic, which is on sale now.
That's right, from IDW.
From IDW Comics, IDW Publishing.
Oh, yeah, that's correct.
And you guys, what issue are you at now?
I actually really don't know which ones are in the shop, but I'm just finishing issue 9
Okay.
at this week.
So how's it going? How's issue 9 rolling?
It's doing good. It's just like the end of the, it's sort of going towards the finale now, and you've had the vamp battle,
Right.
which is in issue 8, sort of cruising. I guess it's just going towards the great ending.
Yeah, I mean the ending is gonna be nutty. I've been waiting to see how you're gonna approach that for a long time.
Well, yep. So when my interns figure it out,
Right.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, let me know. And so you got that rolling, and then you got this huge project coming up that we just talked about today, and that's Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops.
That's it. It's gonna be great.
Are you excited for it? Are you worried about it? Because we don't give you a whole lot of time to work on these things.
Wow, it's such a cool game. I'm really happy to be a part of the Metal Gear legend, because it's like a real, it's like a real installment.
Right.
So I can say I was a part of it and took away some Shinkawa glory.
Oh no!
You can hear the groans of fans around the world going, "Can you swear on these podcasts?"
Oh, you could do whatever you want.
And then someone like Ash, like Yoshi.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of Shinkawa fans, but there's a lot of Ashley Wood fans, and I don't want you can't say you're.
Well, we can all meet behind the school after dinner and figure that out, who can win.
But yeah, it's not a competition. I mean,
no, I'd lose it.
No.
All hail Shinkawa-san.
Well, he pumps out a lot of cool stuff, and he's very busy with MGS4, and I think it's a great opportunity because I think your art is really the main focus of, I don't know, at least as far as the cinematic presentation of MPO is concerned. And it's gonna be cool to see you do some original stuff.
Yeah, man. No, it is exciting. It's but I guess the pressure's on though.
It is
to make it look great, because the fans and the people interested in Metal Gear, pretty vocal.
They are,
and don't really care about people's feelings.
Hey, I know.
And
I read the fan mail. I know that from
Yeah, so
From
no, but
experience.
it's great, and it's to just be a part of it. It's a dream of mine that has come true. So
That's
now,
cool.
After this, I'll retire and breed monkeys in Ecuador.
That sounds like a plan. But maybe we were talking about MPO too. I mean,
Oh,
Mr.
that's
Kojima
true.
has been saying if the first one's a hit, then we'll be making the sequel. And just to kind of let listeners know exactly what you're going to be doing for us, you're going to be providing the cells of artwork. There is a plane going overhead. What is going on here? Is this normal?
It's the military base.
That's right.
We're sitting behind a military base.
Oh yeah, I drove by it on the way down here. I think.
So, yeah, that's pretty normal for a military base to have the planes
I guess so.
because they take off from you. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally got off subject, but the game, of course, can be like a Metal Gear Solid style game with 3D characters, action gameplay. But when the cinematics kick in, like when you take out a boss or whatnot, or during dialogue presentations as well, it's going to switch into Ashley's art, which we're going to put in like a cinematic format, like we did in the digital graphic novel. And so that's the way it's working. And like what we did today is we bring a bunch of stuff to show you, like some sketches. We gave you the script for the game, and we're just to give you an idea of like how you're supposed to approach all these different cells they're going to be asking you to do. So, can you maybe tell the listeners a little bit about the process of like what we hook you up with when we do these meetings?
Wow. Well, then we must touch upon the Okamura touch.
The Okamura touch,
which in Kung Fu is second only to the fist of Buddha.
Exactly.
So, but no, basically, Mr. Okamura and Mr. Payton, just a deluge of reference. Well, you get an instruction list, just in case you're a dullard.
Okay.
Where it goes, this is an instruction list. That's me. So you get an instruction list, Excel files, spreadsheets,
right,
referencing camera angles and facial expressions. You get a CD with
I think it includes all that same data.
Yeah, the same stuff. But the great thing is I got a CD of all the voice acting.
That is a rarity right there.
Which will be on eBay tonight. Look under MPO voice actors. But,
is there like a minimum bid on that?
Well, of course, there's the $5.
Okay, that's
Konami minimum.
That's what.
Go in. We're looking for 10 this time, but there's a $5. There's a jump in, but I got the script for the whole. Is that the whole MPO
That's
story?
the whole. It's a still rough version, but that's the main
saleable,
story.
Still eBayable.
It's sellable. It's sellable.
Right. Okay, I'll go through. I'll give it a once over. I have to give it a touch up, but so you get a script, you get all the reference art, you get all the character art.
Right.
It's actually very cool to see it all.
But sometimes I think we're going overboard. Like we do these crazy Excel spreadsheets that show you exactly right down to the detail, like what we need from you. I mean, that doesn't leave a lot of room for artistic expression, does it?
No, never bothered with that. I don't usually delve into artistic expression. I've always found it's better as an artist to not go there. But no, it's great. It's a complicated. It's a complicated job in a way, so the more information you get, like I was saying, it's like animation.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the key scenes, all the key shots. And, it's simpler when you say exactly what you want. It's not like you're saying, go crazy, actually. I guess it's not me. This isn't an art exhibition for me. It's sort of like to help enhance the entertainment. So, it's nice to be a part of something and be a part of a team. And it's also, a professional challenge to meet the requirements. And, sometimes that means following certain criteria, makes it more of a game. See if you can do something good within the parameters.
Yeah, we give you plenty of those, and
yeah, this is true.
Yeah, we give you the storyboards as well, but on the other hand, I kind of wish we could just give you like, this is the idea that we have for the scene. Just go crazy, and I think that'd be kind of fun to do in a way. Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back into the MPO talk just a little bit. Actually, not so much MPO, but digital graphic novels coming out this week, and finally we get our hands on it. And after many months of
how many months? Like, in reality, like, I heard about it. Seems like years ago.
Right, we've been working on it for quite a long time. I don't have like the exact like startup date, because we got your art and we started implementing it and just trying out new things. So it's kind of hard to put a time frame on it. But I know we've been dancing around giving you a finished version of it for quite a while, saying, "Yeah, it's coming."
No, it's It seems quick, but it seems like I heard about it a long time ago. But no, it's great. It's probably the greatest, it's the greatest step forward in sort of a form of storytelling, I believe. And that's nothing to do with my art or any involvement. It's just whether it's the final, like where comics are going. But I think it's the greatest step in a new direction that's been ever done. Like, when you see it, I think you'll get what I'm talking about. It's not just static image. They're static, but they're not. And it's the way it's directed. It's the pacing. It's the beats. It lets you enjoy the story at your own pace, but it also enhances it by giving, I guess it's just fundamentally changed it. It's like a conversation. Whereas a comic is like a one-sided conversation. You get all the information given to you. This is almost like a two-way conversation. It's fundamentally different. I think in 6 months to a year there'll be hundreds of knockoffs. But the people at Konami, I think, have nailed something so unique that I'm totally proud and I guess honoured to be a part of it. And taking, I think the IDW comic was great. I'm proud of that comic. I reckon it's, to be able to do it was great, and to also have the support to do it. I guess a maturer, less, like there's a lot of people wanted it initially to look very like a comic,
right?
Like a Jim Lee comic, or which is a great comic artist and a great artist and a great guy. But so don't take nothing from that statement. But I think it's a mature look. It's more abstract. It's expressionistic. But taking that into the digital animated world of the digital graphic novel, it just makes it something completely unique.
I think you nailed it when you said that you have to like really actually play it to really understand it, because like I've tried so many different times to describe it just through words, and it really is impossible, I think. Well,
it is. It's like sex. You can talk about it, but until you have, it's not that Ryan would know due to his lack of female companionship at the moment, but it's like love. It's like you can talk about it and you can theorize it, but when you actually use it, little things like in a scene where you can go around a character or go through a character, so the character disappears out of a scene. It's hard to explain, but it truly is, a step forward, and I think a lot of people will take notice.
I did have a question about like when you're making the art like based on the Metal Gear games, not so much MPO, but like MGS1, MGS2, because you've played the games. Is it hard to approach these scenes with a new sense or like at a different angle, because how it plays out?
Well, it was at first. You got two things. You got the game's very distinctive in its way it looks, and the Shinkawa-san's images are very distinct. And there's a similarity in style in a way. Not that we're similar, and he has a very, I guess, a different look, but we approach things in a very similar way. I think it's a more free, abstract way of looking at things. So I had that, which I didn't want to come off like a second-rate copyist. And also, it's very distinct looking. And when I initially started doing the comic, I tried to follow the game very closely, the backgrounds, the way everything looked, and so it was like you're playing the game.
Right.
Which sort of, I guess some people and myself, I guess it didn't really work for me. Didn't have that sort of right feel to it. So I sort of stopped looking at the game and just using like reference books for the way people look, but I sort of reimagined it. I know what the game looks like, I know what the scene looked like. I didn't want to look at it or copy it, I guess.
So you don't like run back to the scene in the game and say, hey, how did this play out again? Or?
Not really, no. I think it's, I guess you don't need that, because if you want that, you can play the game.
Sure.
Watch the movie.
Well, I'm glad you're doing it that way.
So I guess, it's a reinterpret. Maybe it's not a pure interpretation, but I don't think anyone, including Mr. Kojima, really wants that, because he would have just taken screenshots.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. So, I thought that you hit some, you lose some, but it's more unique. It makes it a different product, and I think it's... I'm really proud of the comic. A lot of people sort of went, oh, Ash, you're doing a video game adaptation. That's sort of bleh. Traditionally,
right,
any adaptation is constrained by the license holders, the original creators, but, being given free reign, it's like, it's, in a way, I feel like it's my comic. So, I'm very proud of it, and...
Well, that we worked together on getting Mr. Kojima's confirmation, his approval for each issue, and sometimes I'm worried, because you take liberties with some scenes and you have your own interpretation. I'm like, oh man, I wonder what he's gonna say about this one. And he's always like responds back, this is cool. I like what he did with this scene, and he gives you a lot of freedom.
No, it's cool because I sometimes send off and think, man, is it going to be sent back or told to f*** off? But but I guess that's the Kojima touch. You can look, being an artist and himself, you can look beyond.
Is that similar to the Okamura touch?
Yeah, but the Okamura touch is second only to the Fist of Buddha, man.
That's true.
You ever see Kojima threatening Mr. Okamura?
No.
Never in the aisles, the sacred aisles. Like many times when Mr. Okamura's shadow passes over Kojima will stop and pretend he's not there, just until the shadow has moved.
Of course, I do the same thing.
Well, you do.
Right.
It's sort of like you know how to breathe. You know how to you damn well stop when the shadow of Okamura passes over you.
But I love traveling with him. He's easy to work with, and going to Australia, going to E3 with him, coming here to San Diego, it's always a lot of fun because he's a really pleasant guy.
Well, that's I was thinking today, like he's very conscientious and very professional. Like actually, really professional. The Okamura touch, and I was wondering, is he married?
Yeah, he is married.
Kids?
He's got kids too.
Does he miss them?
I know he does, and
he doesn't.
I know he does. He does, and
hard man.
Hard
man. Okamura goes, no children matter.
No, he loves them so much that we're flying back into Tokyo Saturday evening, and then Sunday morning he's getting up and taking his kids to Disneyland, Tokyo Disneyland. That's
Okamura
commitment.
Touch.
It's the Okamura touch.
It's a light touch for children, a hard touch for us. But that's it. He actually is a charming man. Anyway, so MPO.
Okay, MPO. Last time we were hanging out in Perth, and we gave you all the materials for a lot of the art that went into the MPO trailer at E3, and you finally saw it about a week before E3.
You actually didn't see the final one though. You sent me the Ash Candy version. Look what we've done. Look how much of your art made it to the final cut. Then when you're E3, there's 3 seconds of it.
I know. We cut a couple things because I think I explained in the email, my apologetic email, but
we cut your crap out, Ash.
No. It looked awesome, and that I really wish we could have put that stuff in there, but we had to cut it because the timing of the music, it wasn't
the beats.
The beats of the music, it wasn't fitting in there, so we had to cut a few of the scenes, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm happy with the way it turned out, and looking forward to what you got planned.
It was obviously the gem of the Konami show. Like MGS4 was good,
right?
But we know the crowds turned up originally to watch the trailer for MPO and hanged around for MGS4.
Well, that was the fun thing. It was something new to announce that nobody was really expecting because Acid 2 just came out in March in the States, and
it's actually a cool game too.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that turned out, and the art direction I think was really slick, and
yeah, actually, I thought the first one was good, but I thought the second one just had the feel.
Yeah, the Nojidi touch is what we call
it. That's it. Low blow Najidi, as he's known. But it's all cool. All Konami games are good.
Yes,
right?
they are.
What about Contra? You haven't stepped.
I don't talk about the Konami catalog on the show.
Hey, but I got to do some stuff for it.
Oh, that's right. Can you talk about what you did for Contra? Or do you want to talk about it?
Wrecked it. I asked for it to be make it harder. It's too easy. I said, ramp it up, boys. When I could survive for 4 seconds, I went, this is crap. When I got it down to a 1 second life expectancy, I was like, now you're talking Contra. But unfortunately, only 3 other people in the world found that gratifying.
Well, we were just talking how nothing's really exciting you right now. In the game industry.
In the game industry. Yeah, I guess, it's all... Maybe I'm not getting enough free games, but...
wink, wink.
Yeah, hint. But, DS games are really cool. Mm-hmm. Actually, they're really good fun. The new Mario is pretty cool.
It is.
My kids enjoyed that. I'll watch them
play
it, and that looks pretty damn cool. The giant Mario.
Yeah, I think they did a great job, and it's selling like crazy in Japan.
Yeah, it's probably doing it.
The first shipment was 900,000 copies.
Damn.
That's the first week.
And then there's a Princess Peach game. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty... but on the other machines...
Not so much?
Not so much.
All right, thanks again for joining me, Ash.
No problem.
See ya.
See ya.
right, thanks Ashley for joining me. It was a lot of fun chatting with you in the park in San Diego, and hope to have you on the show sometime very soon. We're going to be meeting very soon. We're going to be meeting next month, actually, to talk more about the ongoing MPO project. And before I head out of here, I would like to use this opportunity to announce the winners of the last Show Maybe contest. And again, we had a contest. We had a question that we put on the show last week, and the first 5 people that wrote in with the right answer to the question, what is Ken Imaizumi's blood type? Those 5 winners, if they had all their information correct, their address, their phone number, the country that they're living in, the real name, then yeah, we're shipping out 5 copies of the Show Maybe out this week. So let me announce the 5 winners. Number 1, the first person to write in with the correct answer is from United Kingdom. His name is Cod Liver Oil. Number 2, XX Gray Fox XX from the United States in Alabama. And there's Adrias Cola from United Kingdom as well. And number 4 is Solid Snake 88, who you might remember, he had a question that we responded to a few weeks ago, and he's writing from Tel Aviv, Israel. And we have Namfam, also from the United States in Texas. So congratulations to those 5 winners, and you should be expecting to get the Show Maybe in the mail sometime within the next week or 2. So again, thanks for participating. Thank you so much for all of your answers. We really appreciate the support and your participation. And so be sure to be back next week when we tackle another subject, and that is the Subsistence, Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, its release date in Europe. And we're going to shed a little bit of light on that subject. So again, see you back next week with session number 23. It's been a lot of fun. See ya. Have a good week.